Stand with Ukraine. This word became a globally known expression. These words reflect a deep connection, true compassion, and real support provided in many ways. How can coaches and coaching communities support Ukraine and professional coaches in Ukraine? What kind of cooperation is possible to create between ICF Ukraine Charter Chapter and coaching communities in different countries? What are the challenges professional coaches are dealing with in this wartime? What is the future of coaching that professional coaches are seeing and creating together? This and many related questions are in focus of our conversation today. This is the podcast Coaches Stand with Ukraine. Greetings to everybody who is listening to us today. I'm Larissa Homans, Transformational Story Coach for Leaders and Change Agents, past president of ICF Ukraine, co-leader of partnership initiatives, volunteer, and co-host of this podcast.
I'm Olga Vasilets, co-host of this podcast, PCC ICF, creative resilience coach for leaders in business and non-profit sectors, co-leader of partnership initiatives within ICF Ukraine chapter volunteer. Thank you, all our listeners. Your attention to our podcast is increasing with each new episode. If you haven't subscribed to this podcast, please do it now. Your support with likes, comments, questions, and shares with others is very important. You also can email to us directly. You can see our emails in the description to this episode.
As a co-host, we are very glad to see that this podcast is getting more and more attention. Starting August 17 this year, the previous 5 episodes were listened to over 1,000 times. We have listeners from many different countries in Eastern and Central Europe, North and South America. We invite you, our listeners, to contribute to the upcoming conversations. Bring your questions, share topics you are caring about and interested to discuss. What we create together in this conversational space also matters.
And now I am honored to greet here our colleague, Darja Zorko, Insights Trainer and Transformational Coach and Mentor. Darja's mission is to empower as many purpose-driven professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, and transformational leaders as possible to reach their full potential and help them make their great ideas come true, make next-level commitments, and powerfully and confidently bring their best work to the world. Clients call her Queen of Personal Excellence. She spent many years discovering the key elements of success and has worked closely with more than 20 international mentors. Darja has wide multicultural experience, having worked and lived in 5 different countries: Malta, Turkey, India, Sweden, and Argentina, as well as her native Slovenia. And she has also received an Exceptional Woman of Excellence award from the Women Economic Forum. Hello, Darja, and welcome to this podcast. Darja, you may probably know we start every conversation with the same question, which is defining the common ground for what we do together. Coaches stand with Ukraine. What does it mean to you?
Hello, everyone. I would like to say that I am deeply connected with Ukraine because I was living there more than 2 years and a half. I was able to working with Ukrainian people, and for this, the war and all this terrible situation going on is really deeply connected with me, and therefore I would like to be more active in a way of coaching, in a way of people, society.
Welcome, Darja. As you just mentioned, you are closely connected with Ukraine and your life is connected with Ukraine. And we also know that you have been helping Ukrainians in the full-scale, brutal and aggressive Russian war against Ukraine began. Could you please tell more about what you were doing, how you were supporting Ukrainians?
Thank you for question. It was really a lot of work for everyone, not all for me. I was Slovene expert for program you lead. This is program which is going on, especially in this year of war. We are still continue working on our project. And I was forced to leave the Kiev when I was working with and living with. My husband is still in Kiev, so we are not living together from starting the war from February. And I work here in Slovenia with refugees of Ukraine people, where we can meet each other, when I can deliver some workshops, participate in different activities like exhibition, concert, auction. We are working a lot with humanitarian aid. So a lot of things it's going on. And I am also online working with the International Women Organization Kiev, where we are really change our activities and we are focused in needs of real people in Kiev. So this is a little bit about current activities.
Darja, thank you for doing that. And my question is connected to the previous one. When we are preparing to have this conversation, I know that Ola and you were discussing what would be possible to do between coaching communities, ICF Slovenia and ICF Ukraine chapters. What is driving you and what do you think will be possible to do together?
You know, for me personally, and through my experience of partnership in different levels as European country, Slovenia as European country, through different countries, I really know what partnership means and what are the benefits of partnership. I was involved in different organizations in International Coach Federation, in different chapters from Argentina to Switzerland and others. And I know that partnership is kind of shortcuts, you know, so we can really make this kind of safe space for learning and growth, and we can together discuss the topics which are our common topics. And recently I was forcing in a way my chapter Slovenia to do something more related to the Ukraine, and we were discussing and we are now ready to start with some kind of activities related to your needs of the chapter. For example, we can really provide you some kind of together activities like events, making kind of networking. I think it's really good to have different network, to see each other, to talk with each other, to connect in a deep level. For example, the common thing is, for example, how to make more clients, what you can do in your situation. For example, this is, I think, kind of common things. Or we can provide and talk about our project like a scaling up with the managers organization, which was we were doing in Slovene chapter. We can provide kind of pro bono training for the members of Ukraine chapter. So these are common things which we would like to share with you. For example, we have also very nice event supervision, which is really delivered by two of our members, and it's kind of very good example what can we learn together. These are few things and few options which we would like to talk with you and see what will be done in the future.
Before Ola will be asking the next question, I'd like to add, recently ICF Ukraine chapter conducted the general assembly or the general meetings, and now we have the new elected leadership team. And I hope ICF Slovenia chapter will show up as a partner. We are looking forward to discuss more in details what is possible to do. Ola, microphone is yours.
Thank you, Larissa, and thank you, Darya. Actually, this sounds amazing and very promising. I truly believe everything will go in its best way. My question, on August this year, I had an honor to attend your masterclass, Business Challenges During the War, a journey through the spiral of survival. It was both very interesting and helpful at these difficult times. Could you share with us more about this spiral of survival? How journey through it helps businesses and individuals to cope with the challenges?
Spiral of success or survival is my top approach and tools which I was using for many years. And it's really useful for any kind of challenge which we have to address. The results for this is very unusual and very unique one. And it's kind of approach which has mixed of tools, and it's very interesting approach because we would like to discover ourselves the solution which is the optimum for us, and we combine conscious and unconscious. I learned this approach from Argentina. It's really a kind of experience which is unusual and it's very innovative one, and it's for self-discovery. And I know that it's very important when we discuss about our situation to see that we have some kind of opportunity to discover and to build ourselves in such an elements which are, for example, out of the box, but the other side is that we find some kind of straight and direction to the next level of our success. And through this discovery, we really can find our best solution. And this is the main results of the approach which are used.
Darya, what do you think this approach can be used to define the future of coaching?
Can be used for any kind of challenge which you have and which we don't have the results yet. We don't know how to discuss and how to get for these results.
I was asking about it because these times are challenging not only for coaches but also for coaching industry. It's my opinion. Coaches who work with Ukrainians both in Ukraine and abroad have to face situations, contexts, and tasks that no one had faced before. Darya, what do you think about future of coaching from this perspective? In what way coaching may evolve and what new things may emerge?
You know, in the future, this is really a lot of topic and a lot of discussion. What will be the impact of the coaching? I think will be bigger and bigger. I think that digital coaching will going up, and it's very important because we can really work in different countries and in different organizations, and I think this is very useful and very beneficial for us, so we can be anywhere in the world and we can work together and with our clients. And I think future will come with more tailor-made solution. So I think it's going to be increase of different tools which will help our clients to get results. I'm sure that will be more approach about how to master our own skills as a coach through the competencies, through the supervision. This I see like a main future area which we are going to see in the next future.
Darya, going back to your support for Ukrainians during the war and challenges we discussed a little bit earlier, what were your personal coaching challenges you faced during the wartime? And the other part of this question, what impressed you the most?
You know, I'm working with different Ukraine organization to help them in a different way, and I make some research what is the key challenges and how we can do something related to this, what are the tools, how we can manage it. And I was surprised that a lot of people really say it's insecurity and it's fear of the future. This is the best and the key challenges for the Ukraine people. On the other side, I was very surprised that people and Ukraine people said, I'm proud of the reason of the facts that I am Ukraine. And this is really wonderful. I think it's really good to have such kind of identity, which is really a show of the situation, whatever it happened now. And I think it's really good that we are proud of our own nationalities and our own strength. And during the war, I think it's really a lot of challenges. For example, me personally, I think it's a challenge related to the managing my emotions, because it's a lot of feelings going up and down during the day and during the task. And it's really important that I make myself manageable related to the mind, what I am thinking about, what I am doing about, and what I am feeling about. And during this challenging, I started learning more about myself and about other approaches. So I really focus myself in my inner power.
Thank you, Darya. This conversational space is open partnership space, and the question we prepared might be slightly different when we are talking. This is the beauty of the conversation which is happening in the real time. What do you think? What kind of lessons learned or practical experience or professional wisdom, professional mastery Ukrainian coaches can bring to Slovenian coaching community, and vice versa, Slovenian coaches can bring to Ukrainian coaching community?
As I said, it's very important that we are open and we would like to learn from each other and to be aware of ourselves, our needs. And I think it's important to see what our inner power as an individual, what can we do related to our state and emotions. And I think the topic is being in the flow with your own values and make your own strategy to survive in a best way, to be balanced and to connect with ourselves. This is the first step. And when we understand ourselves and our emotions and mind, then we can understand others and really build trust. And building trust is really the most important things among professionals, among different countries, among different teams.
Building trust is the foundation for having any kind of partnerships. But building trust means to know each other and to know what we can learn from each other. So coming back to the beginning, you mentioned about possible partnerships. So it means we need to start knowing each other better at the beginning and building trust and see what is possible to create.
That's right.
Daria, thank you for sharing with us your vision, thoughts, and so interesting experience. I have a last but not least question to you within this conversation. What is your key message to everybody who will listen to this conversation?
It's life is life. It's really a lot of things coming up and down. And from our view, it's very important that we accept it, what is going on. And we try to be ourselves in the best way and really use different tools and different approaches. And I think it's very important to be open to other opportunities. I believe that Ukraine will really get a lot of opportunity as a candidate of European Union. I believe that we need to building openness and really have active involving in helping other people.
Thank you, Daria, a lot for your response. And I'm always amazed how fast time is flying. when we are having such open, thoughtful conversations. Darja, thank you one more time for being our conversational partner today. And let me express deep gratitude to you and all coaching colleagues for professional support, deep compassion, and proactive action we make together. And I'm also looking forward to our next interesting, deep, and I believe fruitful conversations in the following cooperation.
I would like to say it's really a challenging word, but anyhow, we need to really build trust of cooperation and connections and do something together for the better future.
In this moment, I'm feeling that it would be better to say something in Ukrainian to you. Спасибі, Дар'я, що ви ділилися з нами своїм розумінням, відчуттям, баченням ситуації коучингу, розвитку коучингу в майбутньому. And if, Dar'я, if you can say something in Slovenian, may I ask you?
Yes, mi zelo gradimo mostove za vse nas. This is Slovene.
Thank you. We are speaking different languages. We are speaking the same languages of shared values and commitment to develop the profession we are belonging to, and we are caring very much, and the way how we are helping people as professional coaches. For everybody who is listening to this podcast, I'd like to say again, please subscribe to get notification when new episodes will be released. Share your comments, questions, suggestions. You can see Ola's and my contacts in the description for this podcast, and I hope Dar'ya will allow us to share her contacts, so the listeners will be able to contact to you, Dar'ya, too.
Thank you.
Once again, it was our privilege to have this conversation with Darja Zorko, Insights Trainer and Transformational Coach and Mentor. Darja's mission is to empower as many purpose-driven professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, and transformational leaders as possible to reach their full potential and help them make their great ideas come true, make next-level commitment, and powerfully and confidentially bring their best work to the world. Thank you, Ola Vasilet, my partner and colleague, for co-hosting and creating this podcast. Using this time and one more opportunity, we say many thanks to all coaching colleagues who stand with Ukraine. More talks are coming. Stay tuned, stay connected, stay with Ukraine.